Apologies, this will be long. I 29M started dating my fiancé 29F back in 2016 when we were 21. We started off as FWB, then became exclusive 6 months later after confessing our feelings to one another. Things went well, but it wasn't long till our differences became apparent. She was outgoing and adventurous, I was more indoors and quiet. She would get a lot of attention from boys due to being a very curvy and beautiful woman. Nonetheless, we were making it work. She had our son in 2019 and I proposed in 2020. After having our son, I noticed our sex life deteriorating, but she said this was due to her still suffering from pains as she was not sewed up correctly by the doctors after they force broke her waters. After giving birth, she got a job as a nurse and started doing long hours that I thought were quite excessive as she had no time to rest. I was looking after our son 5 days out the week as she says she is too tired and overwhelmed with her nursing job. As time went on and the bleeding stopped, our sex life was still problematic and I kept voicing my concern. Since 2023 we have been having sex once a month on average, and I communicated that as young 27-year-olds we should be way more active, but she keeps giving the excuse of having low libido, which was shocking as we used to do it all the time when we were FWB. Our bedroom turned dead, and every time I tried to bring it up she kept accusing me of that being the only thing I want. Whenever we do have sex she will rush me or often complain of belly cramps pains. I complained and even asked her if she has met someone else taking her attention or if she had cheated, but she denied these allegations and would gaslight me into thinking it was my fault for asking for some intimacy, knowing she works long hours and that I am being inconsiderate. Keep in mind I am paying the bills. She went on a family trip back to her home country and left her phone at home in case it would get lost, and I used this opportunity to go through her phone. It didn't take long before I found a message chain with another man. Her and this person were talking about how much they love each other and have been in the relationship for 4 years, but yet she has been engaged to me with our son during that time. Turns out she also became engaged to this person back in 2023, and she also got pregnant by this guy on multiple occasions, with the earliest documented evidence being December 2022. She kept having miscarriages, which is why she has not had a baby for this other guy yet, but she has met his family and has even told the guy in the messages that her mum also wants to meet him, even though her mum knows me and her are engaged and have a family together. I was able to retrieve the deleted messages and saw so many love hearts and "I love you" littered throughout their chat. I have seen receipts of her buying this other man food to eat and just generally being more welcoming and less short-tempered to him than she is to me. I also retrieved so many other deleted chats which shows her being unfaithful from as early as 2018 and also having slept and gotten pregnant for another man who is a doctor at her workplace, but she also miscarried that child too. Even when she has began the relationship and got engaged with the other guy she was still being unfaithful, so it seems like she is also cheating on this other guy. I also saw chats of her sending pictures of her body and figure to other boys, as well as trying to arrange dates to meet up with them, all the while she is engaged and has a son with me and is telling me she wants to marry me. I confronted her about the guy she was supposedly engaged to and got pregnant for. She initially became defensive and was more concerned I went through her phone. I kept questioning her, probing for a reason, and she told me how she enjoys the guy's company because it's like a male version of her and like a twin, but she says she doesn't want him or love him and that she was lying to him about all that and will drop him for me. She denied ever sleeping with him or anyone else. She denied the pregnancy happened or the engagement, even though I saw messages between them speaking about it and how much they're in love. I confronted and asked her if her mum is also involved, and she said her mum does not know anything and that she was just lying to the other guy about her mum knowing. A part of me wants to speak to the mum about it and confront her, but I don't want to blow this whole thing up in case the mum really doesn't know. Whilst on holiday she has been calling saying she will do anything to change and make it up to me and prove it by cutting the guy off, but I know she's only saying this cause she got caught. I feel like she doesn't understand the seriousness of her actions and how painful it is for me to feel like second or third best whilst I am paying bills and looking after her, etc. This is where I'm conflicted. On one hand, I feel so betrayed and embarrassed. She was living a double life for 4 years and got engaged and nearly had a baby for someone else. It hurts me that she was telling me she had low libido and caused a dead bedroom whilst she was being more sexually active with someone else. Just the fact she let another man inside of her and could potentially have been more engaged in the sex with him over me just makes me sick and feel like shit. On the other hand, I do not want to lose my family, and I dread the thought of another man being around my son and potentially having a hand in raising him. She could end up having different men around my son, so I could stay for the sake of my son. I could try get full custody and let her live her life. My heart says stay, but my mind says to go, as she will probably keep talking to other guys, because if she can do it for that long, then it's something that is a party of her personality and she will surely do it again. I just feel like she is a habitual liar and serial cheater who will surely do it again, as she gets a lot of attention from men due to her being very beautiful and curvy. I am just torn and don't know what to do. Any advice, please?